New Year, everyone. It's Amanda here with your 2018 RuneScope. Thank you so much for joining me. I just wanted to take a moment here at the beginning of the new year to thank all of my subscribers for supporting my channel, and also a special shout out to my regulars, my clients who come back to me again and again for readings. And some of you have been with me going on 5 years now, almost since the beginning. Some of you have been with me since the beginning. So thank you for choosing my channel and choosing me to read for you. I very much appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I do encourage you to watch the previous month's videos and see if those resonate with you, if I'm connecting with your energy. If I am, please do click the subscribe button, because then you will get the videos delivered to your subscription feed when you log into your YouTube account. My new videos will just will be there and pop up in your subscriptions. You can also hit the little bell and set up notifications if you want to be notified whenever I upload new content. This reading is a little bit different because I cover the beginning of the year with the runes or the tarot, and then the second part of the year with the runes of the tarot. They let me know which one wants to go first, but the deck I'm using for these this year is the Paulina Tarot, and this is a beautiful deck by Paulina Cassidy. She's actually one of my favorite artists. It's very fairy tale-esque, so I hope you will enjoy it as much as I do. For those of you who would like your January 2018 RuneScope, I have posted those over on my Vimeo channel. They are available, and they include the spiritual guidance for January. So if you want to get that as well, just click the link below. Your 2018 Career and Finance RuneScope is also over there and available for those of you who would like a more focused look at money, career, finances, studies, all of that good stuff. So yeah, you will find all of those details below. Just click or tap show more or the little arrow beneath the video to check that out. But without further ado, let's see what 2018 holds for you. Hey there, Pisces. The runes wanted to go first with you. So they are going to be covering January through June, and then we will be using the tarot cards to look at July through December 2018 for you. But first, let's get these runes out here. See what we've got going on with my Pisceans for the first 6 months of 2018 for Pisces. What is going on? It felt right, and then it didn't. Now, as always, Pisceans, keep in mind these are general readings, so not all of these messages will apply to you. Some are going to be for the other Pisceans that are watching. And you can always check out the video for your rising sign as well. In fact, I encourage you to do that, because that will contain additional messages and information for you regarding 2018. You can also check out your Career and Finance RuneScope over on Vimeo. Your January 2018 RuneScope is over there as well. But I encourage you, really, if you would like to get a far more specific reading, the 1 hour New Year's session with me on Skype, we can tap into your energy and what's going to be going on for you specifically. Both. Well, it's the same kind of layout. We will look at the first 6 months of the year first, and then the second half of the year. So drop me a line if you want to schedule that. Or 30-minute sessions are also always available, and those do cover about a year too. It's just a little more in depth with the 1 hour, because we divide it up like we're doing here. So drop me a line if you want to do that. What is going on with Pisces? Challenge your focus first part of the year, so January through June. You're really goal-oriented. Like, man, you are going after it. Uruz is such a strong, driving, get the hell out of my way, I'm going. Some of you may need to buy a car. I feel like that came up in December for some of my Pisces. Yeah, some of you may be looking for a new mode of transportation, or a new car, a new vehicle. So maybe you're working to and saving for that, or You already bought it and you're like, now I gotta work more to pay for this or that. But I really feel like for most of you, there's a goal that you're like, I'm achieving it. Like, I don't care. I'm sick of running into these obstacles. I'm sick of being stopped. I'm doing this. This is the year. So you seem very, very motivated here. This is very Mars-like energy. So kind of what I'm feeling here is the same warnings, Pisces, that may go along with that Mars energy is be careful of accidents, be careful of not paying attention because you're in a rush and trying to multitask while you're driving. Don't text and drive. You know, don't use your phone while you're driving. Whoever it is can wait. It's certainly more important that you get wherever you need to go alive than answer that text message right now. So yeah, really be careful with that. Be careful just, walking, because I just feel like your mind's going to be so focused on you may not be paying attention where you're going. And Pisceans can kind of zone out sometimes anyway. You get lost. You've got so much going on in your creative world and in your own Pisces world that you get lost in that sometimes, and you look up and there's a pole or there's a wall or you trip over that pavement, right? The crack in the sidewalk or whatever. So just be very, very careful, to not, like when you're going somewhere or on the move or in the car or moving, that you're present. And that's going to be harder to do. It's easier said than done. That's what I meant to say. I get it. Because you are very driven and you're just like, come hell or high water, I am changing this. Last year, this sucked and I'm not doing this anymore. I am not putting up with this anymore. I'm going to do whatever is necessary to change this. Now in the present energy, so this would be, end of the year, end of 2017 into early 2018. We do have new beginnings. We do have an opening up. We have a new creative idea, a new creative project. There may be a bit of a delay, or there was a delay, but now, and there may be some confusion or may have been some confusion around this during that Mercury retrograde period in December. For many of you, I feel like this was a job offer. Like you were accepted in December, but you're starting in January. And maybe there's just this element of confusion at first, like there always is whenever you start any new position. But with ESOT, this is a freeze on activity. So, you may have just come through a period where, man, I kept applying for jobs and I was just hearing nothing back, or I looked all year in 2017 for a good position and I ended up having to take one, below my pay grade and, not using my skills, something that I was not thrilled with. And now I'm just ready for this to end. But KNAS indicates wonderful new beginnings. Things are opening up. Opportunities are coming to you. You're going to start hearing back. You are going to get communication. There may be delay from somebody who promised you something and you never heard back. But again, I feel like this is going to be good because maybe the details were hidden, or this person either purposely was making a position sound better than they should have, or better than it really is, or I don't know, there was something being held back, because this is a rune of truths being hidden, someone being less than honest, or trying to manipulate a situation, so whoever you haven't heard back from, and I know it can be difficult, Cancer kind of got a similar message. If you feel like you've missed out on an opportunity, or if you really, really need to increase your money, it sometimes doesn't help to hear, that you dodged a bullet, or that this job wasn't what they initially said, or wasn't all it was cracked up to be. But it really is. Anybody that you haven't heard back from, there's going to be something better that takes its place. Okay. Now, for others of you, there could have just been some miscommunications. Maybe you started a job here at the end of 2017, and because of that Mercury retrograde, maybe this person was just so busy and maybe didn't intentionally withhold information, but maybe they were out of the office and weren't able to get back to you and respond to you, and it kind of left you to your own devices without really knowing what you were doing, or without anybody to kind of go to for questions. That's all going to be cleared up here. And into the springtime, because this is a rune of spring. So yeah, March 21st to June 21st, it's going to be a particularly strong time for you for new beginnings and massive creativity. Some of you this goal is a creative project and you're just like, you know what, forget whatever I have to do to pay the bills. I'm going to focus on my music. I'm going to make that, you know, the career, or I'm going to finally get off my duff and just throw all my work into that, and I'll work here at this coffee shop to pay the bills or whatever, or, you know, do whatever I have to do until I create my masterpiece. So I feel like you're really focused on that first part of the year here, Pisces. And the help that's coming in is, again, wonderful new beginnings, joy. Many of you are purchasing a new home this first part of 2018. There may be pregnancy or a new beginning in the family, a birth in the family. Some of you could be getting pregnant if you don't want to. I feel like for many of you, though, this would be a welcome thing. So those of you that are getting pregnant, it seems like it's on purpose. But yeah, it's a joyous new beginning. Some of you could be having grandchildren born into the family. But for many of you, I think this is a new home. It could also be moving in with someone new that you are very, very much in love with, that you have a lot in common with, that is someone that you just love spending time with. Yeah, there's joy coming into your home, into your family this first part of the year here, Pisces. And for many of you, I think you're finding your dream home. Like you're starting off in a new place to live, a new home at some point here, particularly in the first half of the year. Sometimes that, you know, for all of you, it's not going to be that cutoff of June. I mean, this could extend later into 2018, but yeah, some of you may just be renovating property. Maybe your goal is to start, like, I'm going to start interior designing. I just got that. I feel like that's going to be specific for a few people out there. But yeah, that's my passion. That's my talent. I'm going to start doing that. Or I'm going to start flipping houses. And I mean, right away, you're going to start making money, but also just being really happy and enjoying what you're doing and having fun. Those of you that are single, like you may meet somebody not far from your home. There could be someone new that moves into your neighborhood who is just wonderful. It could be a neighbor that you start hanging out with or fall in love with. Though some of you, it could be like a property that you fix up and someone, you know, your dream man or woman rents that place from you or buys it from you, and that's how you meet this person. But yeah, property, home, inheritances. Some of you may be coming into an inheritance. You may be specifically inheriting property, but yeah, your home and family are really lit up this first part of the year as bringing you joy, and that you're just enjoying. But for some of you, maybe you're just enjoying being home, especially if you're off for maternity or leave, or maybe you recently retired and you're just enjoying being around home, being a mom, being a grandmom, baking, doing motherly type things. Or if you're a guy, there's something that you're creating. Maybe you're into gardening or, you know, making it a place beautiful. Maybe you're fixing up a house. Maybe you've retired and you are starting to remodel the house. You're going to fix it up yourself, even going to build a house yourself. Some of you Piscean guys, and it's just going to be a beautiful place that will be handed down generations, be in the family for a long time if you're building a property or you're purchasing a property. I feel like many of you, Some of you in 2018 are purchasing a property that will be in your family for many generations to come because it's just going to be that special and nobody's going to want to sell it. Nobody, it's just going to be too beautiful and too beautiful of a location, too joyous of a location. So those of you who are not happy with your neighborhood, not happy with where you're living, you're going to be moving up in the world. Moving to a bigger space. If you've been renting, you may be buying, because this is a house. This is specifically property. Like you will own it or rent to own, or there'll be something about it that there's an option for that. It could just be a bigger, more spacious apartment or a condo or something, but I don't know. There's a feeling of ownership that comes with this room. There are new beginnings in the family too, though, and reunions and joyous occasions. A lot to celebrate, I feel like, here in the first part of the year. Now, what must be accepted January through June is, there's going to be some travel, unexpected travel. Travel that, as you're watching this here at the beginning of the year, Pisces, many of you know nothing about. It's just going to kind of come out of nowhere. And even the reasons for it are mysterious right now. For some of you, it could be work-related, this new job you're getting, or it could just be a deal that kind of pops up out of nowhere. And you're like, oh my God, I've been wanting to go there forever, and this is just too good to pass up. It could be that for some of you, this new person could be inviting you to go away with them or elope. Pisces, love is on here. I'm getting a lot of love stuff for you. And I think it's been a while since I've gotten something this sweet for my Piscean friends. So I'm glad to be able to pass that along. But yeah, this could be somebody who's like, hey, let's elope. Or let's just skip all the, I feel it, you feel it, and it could be somebody that you meet, early in the year, and then by June, you're like, hey, what the hell, let's just do it. You'll be going purely on intuition here, Pisces, but the thing is, I think it's right. I mean, when it's right, it's right. And someone as intuitive as you, you're able to pick up on when somebody's not who they appear to be. And I really see, from what I'm seeing here, someone is kind of your perfect match. It starts off good and it just gets better here, Pisces. So that's fantastic. Now, for some of you, this is that car we were talking about. Like out of nowhere, somebody has this car for sale and you see it and you're like, oh my God, I love that car. I need that car in my life. It could also be an unexpected move, relocation. Maybe this person wants you to move in with them relatively quickly. And they have a pretty fantastic house. For some of you, it's a house you fixed up. Like you put it, it's so cool. This for I think maybe one Pisces out there, but it's coming through nonetheless. It's like you purchase this property, you fix it up. It's your dream to renovate properties. This person comes in, you meet this person because they want to buy it from you, and then they're like, hey, why don't you move in with me? And it's going to be like moving into, it's like you were fixing it up for yourself the whole time, but you didn't know it. Because we've got a mystery rune here, secrets and things hidden. But here it's just saying there's going to be a chance to relocate or a chance to travel that comes out of nowhere. That's how you know you're supposed to do it, though. That's how you know it's right. Or a car that you're supposed to purchase. Just pay attention to things connected to travel or relocation that come out of nowhere, Pisces. That's going to be a good sign for you, especially January through June. That's a path you need to investigate. Now, you end this first 6-month period in a relationship or a partnership. This could be a business partnership. It could be that you and a family member are starting a renovating business. That could be why this family thing was coming up. Maybe you and your mom, or you and your dad or your brother, or you're starting this renovation business or house flipping business, and it's just going fantastic. Like you make a killing on your first property. I'm really still feeling like though, if that's the way this is working out, you're going to end up living in one of the properties that you're fixing up. But for others of you, this is a relationship that is quite serious, because Gifu is more than just kind of dating. Wunyo is more of like the dating rune to me. It's just having fun, we get along, we have a lot of stuff in common, we enjoy each other's company, but it's not as serious as Gifu. Gifu is, you know, I love this person, or I don't want to be without this person, or I don't want to not be around this person. And Pisces, you generally need some of your, you know, you need your own space. So for you to invite someone into that space and want to keep them there, that's a pretty big deal. That doesn't happen every day. That's why it's taken this long, right? I mean, it took meeting the right person. So you singles, it's looking real good if you want a relationship, and kind of even if you don't. Now, for some of you, you could meet this person while traveling, on a trip, on a vacation. It may be the last thing on your mind, just unexpected. But again, with this rune, the way you meet will be serendipitous. Like maybe you get lost and you end up in a place that you're not supposed to be, and that's where you run into this person. Or, you know, you decide at the last minute to change your plans and end up going somewhere you weren't originally going to go, or even a different country than what you were originally planning to do, or at a different time than you were originally planning to do it. And that's why you meet this person. Any changes in travel plans, even getting lost, even things that seem irritating at first, are to put you somewhere you need to be to meet someone quite special. And for many of you, it is a man, which doesn't surprise me, because a large part of my audience, male and female, date men or are interested in men. So, and it's a very, this is just an outgoing energy, a very sort of funny, quick energy coming up with this person. Like they're just very intelligent and quick and sharp, and you are immediately kind of excited by that. You're Pisces. Could be a Leo for some of you. I'm getting some fire. These are both fire runes. So Leo, Sag, or Aries, but the sun rune is here. So Leo could be significant, or you could be with a Leo when you meet this person. If you're traveling with a companion, you could be traveling with a Leo and meet this person. This person takes the initiative though. Like this person comes up to you or flirts with you, or whether you're male or female, Pisces, this person's gonna make the first move, because that's just what he does. He's not one to sit around and wait, but he does it in a way that is so cute and so fetching. There's a word I haven't heard in a while, but that's what they gave me. You're just immediately, I think, kind of taken with this person or smitten with this person. Now, for those of you Pisces men, it could be you taking the initiative, and which you don't often do, but I mean, you're just gonna feel like, I can't let this woman get away without saying something to her. And you should, because this could turn into a marriage or a partnership, or this could be the one, right? Gifu is a rune of marriage, partnership, engagements. Like this is important here, Pisces, for many of you. And you could be meeting this person in the summer as well. Even though we're talking January to June, it could be after June 21st that you meet this person, or thereabouts, because summer is technically, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, June 21 to September 21. So, you know, if you haven't met the person by then, you still got that extra 3 months, that extra 3-month window, because again, it's going to be different for all of you. Hit me up for a private reading. We can always narrow that down for you and see what this time frame specifically will be for you, because it's going to be different for each Pisces. But let's see how this plays out. I gotta jump over here to July through December. Okay. Now, for some of you, this could also be a fantastic job. you know, doing something that you really want to do. It could come along in the summertime again, or you could be starting in June, right around the summer solstice, June 21st. So, and it's going to be a magnificent victory for you and just a wonderful, wonderful gift coming to you. But I feel like for most of you with these runes up here, this is a relationship. Now your challenge or focus, July through December 2018, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. So you are working hard, but you are loving what you do. A lot of attention to detail, a lot of mastery. Like you're learning a lot too, though. It's like you're working, but you're learning at the same time. So there's a newness to this. For some of you, I feel like you're on the other side of something. Like I used to produce music, or I used to work behind the control board, mixing music, or, you know, while other people recorded, and now I'm recording. Or I used to like edit other people's writing, and now I'm being edited because I'm the author. There's some kind of switcheroo. And it's like, I'm so familiar with the other side of this, which is actually fantastic. I mean, you know, that just makes you the whole package, right? You know what the other person's dealing with. You know what that job entails and what they're up against. So it makes you more cognizant and more able to appreciate or able to empathize with that person on the other side of that. So that makes you very much in demand here, Pisces, second part of the year with the 8 of Pentacles. Many of you are looking to expand your skill set. You are looking to take what you know and go on the other side of something, or take it out into the world in a different way that is more lucrative, but also more satisfying to you. Because yeah, there's an element of the apprenticeship here for this. So some of you may be wanting to go back to school. You may be thinking, I really wanted to get that master's degree, or I really wanted to get that PhD. You may be thinking about that, but the challenge, it's coming up as the challenge or focus. So it may just be that you don't have time, maybe in 2018, or you may not be able to enroll until, you may be trying to fit it in for August, but I feel like for many of you, you just got too much on your plate for that. Now in the present, so this would be end of June going into July or mid-July, we've got the 4 of Pentacles. So money is far more stable. Things are looking good. Financially, you're able to kind of not rest on your laurels, but you're going to feel more confident about money. You're bringing it in. And things are a lot more stable maybe than they were earlier in the year, or even in 2017, for sure, more stable. There are going to be ways to keep that level as well. So I feel like, especially end of June into July, you may be looking for, okay, what are some ways I can reduce my expenses even more? What are some ways that I can bring in more money? What are some things that I can do to make sure that this stability continues here for your finances? Now, the help that's going to be available to you, we've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So, this could be someone written out of a will and you're written in. Because this card has a lot to do, it's kind of similar to Othila, the rune you had over here, but it was in the upright. Kind of similar to inheritances, property. But it's like, yeah, someone else's, like, you know, because of disagreements or, you know, reasons that have nothing to do with you, you end up inheriting more, or it could be also that someone passes away and then their, you know, their part of something goes to you as well. But yeah, this is the help to you. So, also what I'm feeling, I feel like the help to you is that all of the responsibility for the income and the money will not be on your shoulders. So again, this is because many of you are partnering up. You're going in with someone, you know, you're pooling your resources, and you're not carrying the load all by yourself anymore. You've got support, you've got help, you've got, you've got someone else who can help you with the expenses. And so it's not all about what you're making. And so there's a release of pressure here with this when it comes to finances. And Pisces, I know you're ready for that because you had Saturn in Sagittarius in your career house through the end of 2017, and it was there for 2.5 years. So, I mean, you were probably maybe really feeling the pinch, really feeling the blockages Saturn can bring when it comes to career. Now, this can also be a time out from the rat race. Many of you may be taking like a sabbatical, a trip. You may just be like, I saved up enough money, I'm just gonna travel, and I'm not gonna, you know, yeah, it's like you're out of the rat race. You get a chance to step away from that. Now, for some of you, you could be moving away from your family, moving away from the ties that bind, or your old hometown. And this is coming up as a help to you. Like, you're going out and exploring the world. Even though your family may not be thrilled about it, if you've always lived near them, or you know, if they counted on you for a lot. I mean, it is like though you're kind of setting off on your own journey of discovery here. And it may be due to job or career, but for others of you, it is just kind of like, you know, maybe you don't have to work. Maybe your partner is like, hey, why don't you work on your creative projects? You don't have to do that. And if you're cool with that, Pisces, you may take him up on that. Him or her. Could just as easily be a female supporting another female Pisces or a male Pisces and saying, honey, why don't you stay home? I'm gonna, you know, why don't you work on flipping houses, or you know, your writing or your music or whatever it is that you're wanting to do, because you're gonna be making money at that. That's what your goal is. Now, what must be accepted about July through December 2018? We've got the moon in reverse. So there could be some things masked. The moon in reverse is all about behavior that you would look at, Pisces, and just say, that's nuts, or that's crazy, or that's delusional, or illusional, or, you know, someone's living in a fantasy, or someone's kind of lost their marbles. There could be somebody in your environment, in your family, at your job, who you feel is not seeing things clearly, not seeing things accurately, not approaching things from a place of reality. This could also be somebody with an addiction problem, drinking, drugs. They are, kind of closing off reality. They're creating a bubble with a substance of some sort. So you may be dealing with that. It could be somebody in the family with this energy, because the Ten of Pentacles is a very family, kind of generational. This could also be, unfortunately, somebody an older relative dealing with dementia or Alzheimer's, or something going on with the memory. And you just kind of feeling something seems off. We need to get that checked out. And this could also, though, just mean that things that are hidden will come out and be illuminated, but they won't be super easy to deal with. So, yeah, the moon in reverse can be tricky. You may particularly find the full moons in this second part of the year. You may find that you're just particularly emotional, or maybe it's, you know, things are going on with your own personal chart astrologically that it's making you really sensitive. And maybe people are telling you, you know, that's a weird reaction, or are you okay? Like, people may be concerned about you. Be really, really careful, Pisces, about substances, especially the second part of the year. It could be you that, you know, in trying, or just trying not to think about something that's bothering you and trying to escape from something that you are more drawn to, substance abuse or drugs or drink or whatever. So just be careful of that. But I think for many of you, it is more someone that you have to deal with that just behaves irrationally. Now the outcome, July through December 2018, we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be an offer that is withdrawn. It could be, particularly when it comes to job, because Pentacles are about money, mainly, but yeah, kind of the, our needs, right? The physical needs. So there could be something that you apply for that you don't get, or something that you really want that doesn't quite come through, or an offer that you should avoid. This is maybe an offer that you reject, and with this in reverse, it's one that you should reject. So yeah, there's an offer on the table, and then it may be withdrawn. And if it is Pisces, it just wasn't meant for you, or now is not the right time, but it could also be one that you reject. And so yeah, it could be any offer of money, a settlement, a legal settlement, a divorce settlement, a child custody settlement, a salary that is not where it needs to be or should be, or where you feel like it's just not going to be worth your time to venture there for this amount of money. So yeah, at the end of the year, you're turning something or someone down. It could also be an offer to come back home for the holidays, or go somewhere for the holidays, or it could be something that you just can't do. You have to turn down that because you have to work, or because you have to be somewhere else. There's something to where there's a refusal, or something that you normally do, you can't do at the end of 2018. But it doesn't have to be a bad thing, especially if you're the one turning down a job or turning down an offer. It seems like it's the right thing to do if you're the one turning it down, and even if you're the one that kind of loses out on it, you're going to get a better one probably in 2019. So that is what I see, Pisces, for 2018. All in all, looks to be a much better year for you than 2017 and even years before, particularly this first part of the year. This first half of the year really, really looks spectacular. So enjoy it. Best of luck to you. And thanks so much for stopping by.